Hello my lovelies, welcome to the channel. Today I'm comparing Burberry Goddess with the new Intense version, and I was very curious of what this Intense new version has brought. So let me tell you what I think about them and which version may be best for you if you're planning to buy. So let's start with the original, because we know this. Most of us, I think, love Burberry Goddess if you're really into fragrance. My husband is like obsessed with this scent. Every time I wear it, he gives me compliments. We've done a lot of blind testing on this channel where he gives his raw, honest opinions, and he always just chooses this fragrance. He just absolutely loves it.
Wow. What is this? Do we have it? One of the most intriguing fragrances I've ever smelled.
That's good.
This would be a definitely conversational starter for me. Let's say I would go for a date. Obviously, impossible scenario now.
You can go for a date with me.
Obviously, I can go on a date with you, but let's say I would get to know somebody and I will be like, you smell so lovely, tell me what it is, and like what's in the perfume. This is 10 out of 10.
It's a compliment getting fragrance. It's a fragrance that you can buy for yourself, you can buy for all the people in your life, if you want that, if you want to all smell the same. But this fragrance would make also a perfect gift because it's got this incredibly likable persona. It's this really aromatic lavender vanilla scent, but it's also got some citrusiness, a bit of herbal also scent to it. And I love how it just smells gentle but strong at the same time. It's just amazing on the skin. The dry down is absolutely superb. It smells rich and just cozy. I mean, this fragrance is everything. It's very romantic as well, perfect for a date, but it's not trying too hard. It's not like Baccarat Rouge that will kill everybody in the same room because it's just so strong. It's not overpowering. It's not trying too hard. It's just beautiful perfumery. And I think we all will agree, or most of us, that this is a phenomenal scent. I would encourage everybody to go out there, at least test it, because it's that amazing. I absolutely love it. And I often say that this is a more wearable and likable version of Mon Guerlain from Guerlain, because I love Mon Guerlain, but I do have to admit that it's got something that just makes it much more wearable and likable for most of people in the world, let's say. The only issue I've got with Burberry Goddess is that it doesn't last a huge amount of time, which I'm surprised by with such, notes as lavender and vanilla. In my opinion, it should be a bit more long lasting, and I was hoping that it would be a bit more projecting. It's very nicely projecting for the, I would say, first 2 to 3 hours, but then it goes sharply downhill. It doesn't go like this, it literally goes like this. So yeah, that was my only issue, because for me, I really have to reapply this fragrance when I wear it every few hours to really just get the most benefit out of it, and just to be reminded and get like huge whiffs of it, which I love. So I was hoping that the new Intense version would improve on the scent DNA, that they would keep the scent DNA and just make it much more long lasting, maybe a bit more vanillic, maybe add some patchouli in there, a bit more spices. That's what I was hoping for. But was I right? So this is the new Intense bottle. They are very similar, which I think also would be very nice to have a little bit more of a difference, because my husband, when he was giving me the Intense version to apply when we got it, he mistook it for the original. So I think it's very hard to differentiate. If they were just standing there, you wouldn't know. You would have to just really, look. And yeah, I just think that should have been something that they thought about. Let me know if you agree with me in the comments. But yeah, the difference in color, it's extremely small. This bottle, the Intense version, is just slightly darker, but overall it's the same. And the scent, I've got it already here, but I want to reapply it just to get the opening again. The scent, the opening, I would say I was a bit confused. It smells very different. I was thinking, why did they change this fragrance so much? In theory, like, why fix something that isn't broken? This is just like a whole other fragrance. It's vanilla, but it's a very cold vanilla. I would say that the original, it's much more of an ambery, warm vanilla. This is a cold, almost like an irisy vanilla, and it smells a bit like plasticky, almost like very cold and bit weird in the opening. It gets better though, so that is nice. It becomes much more of this lavender vanilla scent. I would say it's much simpler of a scent profile than the original. And to me, this is a fragrance that if you love the original, you smell the intense, you'll be a bit disappointed, because this, I think it should be treated like just another scent. It's just completely different. It should be just that or Burberry Goddess. It could, like, you could own both of these and wear these for completely different occasions. I would say if you like a very simple vanilla lavender scent, this almost reminds me, you know, those like car fresheners, those trees that you hang. We don't have one of those because my dad loved them and would have them always in the car, and they were just so strong. I was like overwhelmed. But this is that sort of a vanilla, that musky, almost like a dusty, cold vanilla that you get. It's a bit herbal. It's warm, but still when you smell it, you still kind of feel like it's cold, if that makes sense. It's just a completely different vanilla experience. I would say this would be the intense version, a standoffish version of the original. The original, if I was to put this like to a person, the original would be this girl in a flowery dress that loves everybody, that just talks to everybody, and you know, she is just a person that everybody gravitates towards. Whereas Burberry Goddess Intense is her sister that kind of stands at the back. It's introverted, a bit standoffish. She's like, I don't really trust people, but I still smell good. But whoever wants me will come to me. I don't have to like go out and talk to people. This is the character of the Intense for me. It's got the slight play-doughiness of that vanilla. Overall, this fragrance, I would say it's just not as good as the original. I think the original has got just such amazing scent that it's hard to compare anything to it. And I think the Intense, just the original was a hard act to follow, and that's why I think Burberry Goddess will probably get a bit of hate. But to me, this fragrance has still got a place in my fragrance collection. It's just not as easy to wear. It's not as crowd pleasing, so I'll still wear my original Goddess much more. If you love the original, you'll probably not be the biggest fan of the Intense. I think there will be people who were not into the original. They'll probably love the Intense version because it offers something completely different. As for me, I think I'll wear this if I don't want to be bothered, if I'm going somewhere, or if I want something that is quite simple and linear, and I'm a bit tired of scents, then I'll go for something like this, because it is quite a bit, you know, linear and just very calm and cool and collected. So overall, the Intense version, it is more long lasting. In terms of projection, it is pretty similar to the Burberry Goddess. So there's still good projection, but not, you know, for 12 hours. They're good for about 3 to 4 hours. But I would say that the original is much more airy, so it seems like it is projecting more, if that makes sense. Whereas because the Goddess Intense is so linear, it is projecting, but it's more in this soft, linear way. So I would still say that you'll get more compliments for the original. And overall, if I was to say to you, like, go and blind buy one today, I would say the original over the Intense any day, just because the Intense, you have to try it and you have to love it, because it's not as crowd pleasing. It's still a good fragrance. I don't hate it, but yeah, for all of the people watching just stick with the original. I think you'll love it. Let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think about the new one? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you agree with me that it's just a completely different scent and I wasn't expecting that? But I'm hoping they might come out with the Parfum version and that will be just that, but stronger. Let's hope. Subscribe for more fragrance content from me here on this channel, and I'll link both of these for you in the description down below, and I'll see you in the next fragrance video. See ya!